Hello and welcome. Welcome, everybody. I'm thinking of all of you. I'm thinking of all your faces. I've seen some of your faces in person. I've seen some of your faces on social media, and a very few of you I haven't seen your faces, but I'm thinking of you. I was thinking of you when I was shuffling these cards and laying them out, and I was thinking of how your day is going to go. I'm Olivia, and this is Tarot and Coffee with Olivia. Here's my coffee. I keep it here on my table because I don't want to lose it. If I put it somewhere else, I'll panic when it comes time for me to take a sip. Mm. Which is right now. I can't really do this without having a little coffee. um, so, what I'm doing today is I'm doing your daily pick tarot meditation, a gift from me to you with love. I started doing this when I felt like I needed to do something because I can't when the big COVID shutdown came along. I was furloughed from my job, and I'm a worker, guys. I've been working. I've had a job, a paying job, since I was 9 years old. By the time I was 12, I had three jobs. I was babysitting, working the movie theater, and delivering the paper. Um, I love working, and it's what I do. It's what helps me. And I've always had wonderful, wonderful jobs. I've done so many wonderful things. You won't even believe it. I'm not going to list them but they've all, each and every one of them, been except for one. There was one job have been a calling to me, something that I do to serve and not just to make money. And that ends up oftentimes me not making very much money. And that's okay because I feel like I'm doing God's work when I answer a calling. This too is a calling. At first, it was something to do because I was fearful and I needed to do something. But now it's really turned into something that has given me quite a lot of inspiration, a lot of friends, a lot of connections, a lot of. I feel like I've been able to help a lot of you. I do private readings. Some of you have booked with me. I feel like if I'm helping through the video and that's all that's going to happen, that's great. That's fine. I don't need you all to come to me and get a booking, but those of you that feel like you want one and you feel like it would help you, then do contact me. My link tree is going to be in the description of this video. And if you like this video, do like it. Hit the like button for me. And if you know somebody who will enjoy it, share it. And do subscribe. Even if you don't plan on coming back every day, subscribe, and that way you'll be able to see these videos anytime you want, and you'll be able to, instead of hunting them out on social media, you can see them when they first arrive. And so, what are we doing now? We're going to do the thought of the day. And I'm doing the Brian Weiss cards again. I like most of these cards. Some of them I don't know. Some of them I'm not so sure about. Maybe I just need to learn a little more about them. We'll see what happens today. I don't know what you're planning today. I have a few errands I need to run. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make myself do that though. We're going to cut the deck. I'm going to take the card off the top. I am in control of my thoughts and my actions. You can only control your reactions and attitudes to what happens to you. You cannot control the actual events. Learn the difference. See, I don't like that tone. Learn the difference. But I do like the sentiment. I'm in control of my thoughts about it. That is actually one of the reasons I started doing this video. I can't control COVID. I can't control who gets it. Well, I guess in a way we have a little control over things like that. So what can we do about it? Well, we can control ourselves, and it is very difficult to control our thoughts sometimes, especially when we go spiraling, which is something I do very, very seldomly lately, which is good. When I was younger, it was much harder. So, I mean, there's a lot of illustrations. I think I'm just going to move to picking your card. I think there's an illustration on the tip of my mind. Who knows? Maybe I'll say it at the end. It doesn't really. We'll see. I think so. I want to show you the card toppers up close. So we have this gilded leaf here, and we have this pretty little dream catcher, and we have. He needs to be polished. I'm going to polish him today. That's one of my plans, is to polish this. I guess I call him garden face or grape face. I think those are grape. Oh, it's Baccus. Whoops. I just threw him on the ground. How disrespectful to throw Baccus on the ground. Yeah, those are grape leaves. I called him vegetable man, or so. I don't know. And here's your pearled butterfly, or flutterby if you're cute. Okay. So now's your chance to really kind of feel out these cards. In fact, I'm going to feel them. And take your choice. Pick your card. Different people do this meditation different ways, so I don't mind if you don't do it exactly how I'm saying to do it. However, I don't connect the cards as if it were a single reading. However, some people do accept all four of the cards as their card of the day, and that's fine. Um, I do want to say, I already talked about how you can book me. There are all different ways to do that. I'm thinking I also work with Keen, and I'll see if I can put my Keen, a way to reach me on Keen, but it really is more beneficial for both of us to not go through Keen, because I'm a little less expensive than Keen, and also we have more control over the timing and stuff. But if you want to contact me on Keen, it's a great way to do that too. Um, we're going to start with the butterfly. And turn this card over. There you go, guys. You know what I always hear when I see this card? I hear Battle of the Mind, because that's what's going on. This is inside you. This card has a lot to do with grappling with something, making a decision, trying to figure out where to go next. Maybe, let me bring it up here some more so you can see it again. I feel like when I put them down there, they're not as easy to see. So it may just be that you're feeling very emotional. If you don't feel like you've been grappling with a choice, think about what it is that you've been feeling very emotional about. And let's put it with this card here, where it says, I am control of my thoughts and my actions. While it can be difficult to grasp control of our thoughts and our actions, actually, that that is what you need to do today. If this has been bothering you so much that you can't really do anything else, if your mind has been racing and you just can't stop worrying, then I want you to keep in mind this card today, and I want you to see, you know, YouTube is so great. YouTube some videos on how to stop my mind from racing, um, or do a Google search. It's really, if you don't know somebody, if you don't have a therapist, and you're having a lot of trouble with this, then therapy might be a good way to go. And we have a lot of teletherapy going on too, um, which is really cool. Also, you might just need to talk things out with someone, um, and that's definitely okay too. Just anything you can do to kind of help this spiraling to stop, because that's what I'm feeling here. I'm feeling a lot of worry, a lot of spiraling, a lot of feeling of like, and I don't get all this from the card because this card doesn't really talk about spiraling, but I see that right now as I'm that's what I see. That's what it means when you read the cards. You go with your intuition as well. So yeah, so don't get your feelings hurt or don't feel like you've been lectured. Um, I just see so much worry and pain and concern, and um, it really is up to you ultimately to figure out how to deal with the things that you have to deal with, no matter how awful or difficult it is. Some of us have way more difficult lives than others. Some of us have way more horrific things happen than others. Some of us have much more to deal with than others. And even so, it's still up to us to figure out how to deal with it. So, if you have this card today, I want to offer one more suggestion to you. It's something that one of you told me yesterday. There is something that we do have tools. We have prayer. Um, and I know this person is listening today, so thank you very much. You offered that to me last night, and it was, and of course, we know these things, and then we have to be reminded. And that's what I was reminded last night, that I have that I have the power of prayer on my side. So now we're going to go to what I now know as Baccus, because I finally looked at him up close under the camera. I kept looking at him. I see the flowers, but I didn't see the grapes until now. So, oh, what just? Oh well. And your card today, boy, are you gonna get chewed out? You think I chewed out that first card? Just you wait. Okay, so this card that we have right here is a happy card. You see, oh look how interesting. We had Baccus here with the party card, because it is a card that I think of as kind of a party card. It is the Three of Cups, and it's a happy celebration. It could be a problem that has been resolved. Um, it definitely isn't a bad card, and it actually comes with a scripture, so it doesn't look like I'm going to actually be doing any chewing out, but I will let you know that when I see this card, I think of 1 Corinthians 13, and I'm going to let you look it up, but I will tell you that it involves the greatest of these things is love. So it calls faith, hope, and charity. Anyway, there they are. If you have this card today, then it is a time for a celebration for you, even if it's just a small one. It looks like there's 3 people gathered. They're not social distancing. I'm really tempted to throw a mask on one of them or 2 of them. I mean, they're eating and drinking, so they have to take their masks off for that, but they need to be standing further apart. So be careful. Do celebrate. If you don't feel like you have a reason to celebrate today, use this as your reason. You need to be celebrating. And I don't know how you celebrate. There are other ways to celebrate besides eating and drinking. um, and we'll add this. We'll talk about these cards together. You are in control of your thoughts and your actions. So have a good time. I hope that you do have something other to celebrate than this card today. And now we're going to go ahead and move on over to the dream catcher. It looks like I'm taking a little too long for this to post to IGTV. You have the 10 of rods, and see how you're kind of stockpiling, kind of gathering things up, um, working. It looks like if you have this card today, it looks like you're having a little trouble with those sticks. Like you might be overextending yourself. You may be working too hard. And there's someone in particular, actually, there's a couple of, actually, there's a few of you in particular that I'm really thinking of when I see this card. You guys, you have been working and working and working. It is time to go ahead and do something about your overload. You have been working too hard. You either need to hire someone to help you, you need to do some kind of something to help. See, and now there's so many of you now. I feel like there are a lot of you out there that are just working really hard and overextending yourself. It's time to take a break somehow. It's time to lighten your workload somehow. It can be a happy card too. So, if you're having a hard time seeing, oh, of course you are. Okay. Well, if you're having a hard time seeing what is going to be expected of you in the future, oh, yeah, I can see that. I can't tell you how to solve that because it's out of your hands. Again, we're back in the I'm in control of my thoughts and my actions, and that's all you can control. So, like, we can't control the circumstances around us. But maybe there's a way you can find a way to take care of yourself in all this uncertainty. Share the workload. There's got to be something that you can do to lighten this load. And if you really don't feel like you can, I understand that because because you don't feel like you can, and because there is a whole lot to do before the schools open. And it really does seem impossible. If you are not a person that has been into any kind of a school in the past, say, 10 years, if you haven't been into a school, then I don't think you realize how impossible it would be to keep the safety practices in place. When you have 30 kids in one classroom, there is no way you can distance even 3 feet apart. I mean, that's basically where you are. You're stuffed in there at 3 feet apart. I'm sorry. I guess I ended that. I don't have any more to say. My biggest hope for you is to really pray about it and also really try to find a way to take a break, take a rest, even if it's just 24 hours. I have a feeling a lot of you are working through your vacations and through your weekends. Take a break. Take a break. We're going to move on to your gorgeous leaf here. I'm going to turn over your card. And we have Les 10 Les Pentacles. That's not an accent of anything. That's just goofy. It's funny. I've got someone messaging me that on Instagram that cannot understand that I don't want to be their friend. It's well, when he says friend, it means he wants to send pictures and stuff. He's not like a real friend, if you know what I mean. Just someone that contacted me on Insta and wants to know if I want to see some pictures. So that's disrupting me. That's why I'm laughing right now. Well, hello to you too. Okay. So you have the Ten of Pentacles. It looks like that you're in a pretty good place right now. It looks like that you have someone that you're with, that you can be with in spirit, if not in body. It's someone that you count on. It's someone, it looks like it's someone that you at least talk to fairly often. And you're feeling almost like you've achieved something. like you have moved forward in your life with some tremendous focus and really come a long way in your journeys. And most of the work, of course, you did a lot of that work yourself, but there's someone in your life that has really helped you with this, really supported you in that. Um, and you feel pretty grateful toward them, and you feel like you can move on and to continue to grow and prosper, especially if you continue to have this person in your life. So if this card is you today, I'd like you to think about who that person is. You probably already know who they are since I've been talking. If you don't feel like you've had any support whatsoever, you don't feel like, I want you to think about your mom. If you remember her, there are some people I know that didn't have the privilege of having a mom with them their whole lives, or most of their lives. If it's not someone, if it's not, yeah, I really think that you need to just appreciate that person today. You don't have to appreciate them out loud to them, although that's a nice thing. But appreciate them at least in your thoughts and in your heart. And it could be someone that has passed on, that has stayed with you as your guardian. It could be someone like that. So don't open your mind if you're having a hard time thinking of who this person might be. And we've come to the end. And we already went over 15 minutes, so I'm afraid this will just be posted as a link on Instagram. Sorry about that. I try to keep it under 15 minutes lately so that we can so that you can have the full thing. I might do a separate thing for Insta. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys. I would really like it if you could share this video, like, and subscribe. I want to reach as many people as I can. It's not for everybody, but for those of you who are getting things out of it, I would just love to be able to help more people too if I can. This is a wonderful format. I never thought I would embrace it as much as I have and feel as positive and warm towards making these YouTube videos as I have. This has been a really wonderful experience, and I just really appreciate you guys that are coming back. And before I start waxing poetic or start crying out of gratitude or something boring like that, I'm going to end the video, and I just will look very much. Oh, I hope you liked our guest reader yesterday. Wasn't that wonderful? Oh gosh, I wish I'd said something in the beginning of this video. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful day. I hope you'll come back tomorrow. I'll see you then. Bye.